Good morning. Remember, breathe, relax, check for symptoms of dry cough, fever, shortness of breath, anosmia or the inability to smell, difficulty tasting, muscle aches, chills, and it's a lot. Remember to go to your CDC symptom self-checker and self-evaluator to check, because this virus is evolving every day. And speaking of symptoms, I want to now step back and talk about this thing called Kawasaki syndrome. You're hearing a lot as it relates to kids. Kawasaki syndrome is a rare syndrome or disorder that it's an inflammatory disorder of the blood vessels and multi-systems that's seen in kids. It was rare before this, but now we're hearing a lot of it. What's being talked about is a multi-system disease related to COVID-19 that's being seen in increasing numbers. It's not rare, apparently. Over the last few months, they started noticing a syndrome that looked a lot like Kawasaki syndrome or toxic shock in kids. Normally it was in kids under age 5. And again, I'll say Kawasaki's is rare or toxic shock is rare. This syndrome, as COVID-19 is becoming increasingly not rare. At present, over 100 kids have been diagnosed with the syndrome, and unfortunately, a few have died. It's a multi-system inflammatory syndrome that they're thinking it might be something that happens post-disease or after the disease has happened. It happens in multi-organs, and it can affect your stomach. It can affect your heart. It can affect your blood vessels. It can show up with rashes on the skin. To show up with fever. There's a number of things that this syndrome, this Kawasaki-like, not Kawasaki's syndrome, can present. They've noticed it in Italy and they've noticed it in other countries, and they're noticing it increasingly here. Governor Cuomo has been speaking about it in New York. So it's something that we want to pay attention to. So as we're assessing ourselves with the self-checker, we need to remind ourselves that this is an ever-evolving virus that's been around for 6-7 months, not even a year, that's going to present in multiple ways. And as it does, we need to be ever vigilant or ever aware of the possible ways it could show up, and understand that this is all behavior and studying of a new virus as we discover it. This is novel, the first time in humans, so it's nothing that we want to blow off. So pay attention to your kids, pay attention to your symptoms, stay updated on the latest with the CDC self-checker. That's why I'm here. Remember, breathe, check, step back. I've attached an article from CNN that explains how the doctors at first thought this was something that would be really rare and that it's not. Any questions, let me know. I'm here to help out. Breathe. Check. Now let's step back. Have a good day.